I love how people always ask for the flat earth model. And I tell them repeatedly, I do not put forth any model. I myself do not have the means to traverse the earth in its entirety. I doubt anyone has ever seen the earth in its entirety. The artist's renderings and conceptions and animations are just that. They're fake. The flat earth topic, the primary mission statement is to expose the globe, to debunk the globe, to show you what the world, forgive me, I almost said globe, what the world cannot be through true, repeatable, and demonstratable science. Okay, the globe is entirely based on scientism, your endless theories, artist renderings, and conceptions. Now, if there were an individual accused of murder at trial and was found not guilty because he proved he could not be the person that committed the murder, you could not say, well, you're not free to go until you prove who did it. Okay, that's what these people are doing when they say, show me your model. Okay, you do not have a model. Your model was programmed into your head. You didn't come up with it. They told you what it was, beginning in kindergarten, using the magical, supernatural, force power thing they call gravity, that got you to believe standing on a flat surface is dumb, but standing sideways and upside down on the outside surface of a giant spinning spherical water-world space ball, spinning faster than a bullet at the equator, is okay. It's not okay. Because your force power thing of gravity has no present substance or form of itself to interact with everything on the earth to pull, hold, or curve it down. Now, something cannot be something unless it has presence and substance of itself. Something that's immaterial, having no physicality, cannot interact with something that does have physicality. Okay, their gravity is made up. It's an explain all, get out of jail free reason to get you to believe in things that cannot be demonstrated. Now again, if I proved my innocence in court, accused of murder, if I proved it, the facet of my release would not require me to prove who did it. What the flat earth topic does is prove we cannot be living on the outside surface of a giant spinning ball. It is not my duty to then turn around and prove what the earth is. I do not know what the earth is. That in reality should be the duty of every man to find out the meaning of life and what the earth is. It is not something that can be done overnight or possibly even in a lifetime. We live in some sort of realm. Some people's circle of life only extend like 20 miles and they never leave that 20-mile radius. Do you understand? Therefore, how can they tell you what the earth is? They'd have to become like the liars of scientism, who just make shit up and want to pretend like they know everything, when they don't. I put forth citations of their acclaimed and esteemed physicists admitting there's nothing physical going on between the moon and the earth. But we only assume or suppose there is some power of attraction. Okay, good for you. Every man is allowed to think what they want or put forth questions, but do not turn around with your assumption and supposition and teach it as fact and then allow no other avenue to be introduced or entertained. And that's what they do. They use ridicule and they ostracize anyone who tries to put something else forth. Like maybe we don't live on a giant spinning ball And maybe the horizon appears horizontal because it is horizontal. And we know that water in volume, in any open body of water, seeks and maintains its level. And the only thing that can interrupt that seeking of its level and maintaining its level is wind that creates waves, or currents within the water that creates waves. So it is logical to understand that if the earth is 70% water or covered with water, then 70% of that earth is always seeking and maintaining its level. It cannot be a globe. I have a few antique globes, one a couple 100 years old, and I still look at it for its beauty, but I often wonder why I never considered how all that water, the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans, could do what they're doing on a globe, a model globe made of pulp paper, cardboard, how it could do that, and then painting it blue. Because that's the only way water can be depicted doing that. Real physical water in a pool, a pond, a sink, a tub, cannot do that. So if it cannot do that in minute form or in those smaller forms, how in God's green earth could water do that in volume? For thousands of miles, in circumference, 25,000 miles, in circumference, wrapped around the outside surface of a globe. Gravity! If you think hard enough, you can even remember back in kindergarten when your teacher showed you a globe. And you looked when she said, "Here's your home, here's the earth." And you thought and asked, "Why don't we fall off?" And that's when your teacher introduced you to a lifelong period of hypnosis when she said gravity. And that was all she wrote. They need say no more. It's gravity. Gravity is why you don't fall off. Oh, but you'll fall off the edge of a flat earth. No, you won't. Does an island at sea have an edge that you can fall off? No, it doesn't. Well, I'm going to leave it at that. There are so many stupid things we are taught that cannot be demonstrated. And it's a pity. I do not have to prove what the earth is. The flat earth has valid, repeatable, demonstrable evidence that the earth cannot and is not a giant spinning ball. And that's that. You have to deal with it. Do your damage control. Fight the flat earth. That's your right. Go ahead. But stop asking for a model. You don't need a model. I don't have to prove who killed someone if I can prove my innocence. Now open the door and let me go.